Hello? Ah, there we go. Okay, it was something going on with my speakers and whatnot. Okay, Michael Bond, looks like you're the only one here today, which is great still. I appreciate it. Let's see. Let's see. Um, Paulus, I really need to know what you thought of Descent. In fact, I'm curious about your thoughts on the second half of season 7 as a whole. Okay, Michael Bond, Descent, I actually liked it, but not, how do I say this? Okay, um let me pull up the recap for Descent just so I can get my thoughts right. Give me a sec here. We can read it together. Uh let's see here. Okay, let me change this. Oh, there we go. Okay. So, what did I think of Descent? Well, um many opens yeah. Contrary to what I think, contrary to what everyone else thinks I might think of the episode, I actually kind of like the episode. I like the whole figuring out. um I like what they did with Lex basically. I like the character development that they finally did for Lex. We finally see him really go over the edge. I like the whole espionage stuff with what's her name, Gina over here. I even like Lionel's death. The problem with Lionel's death is it was too sudden. They tried to cram in his entire like redemption arc into one episode. Remember that whole like dialogue he was having with Chloe and stuff, like I'm changed, ever since I became Jor-El's like vessel. I changed, I'm a different man. I'm like, you became Jor-El's vessel like how many seasons ago, and only now you're telling us what this all did for you. Like this whole time we were wondering, well, are you a good guy, are you a bad guy? You never really made it clear. You just kept flip-flopping, and I bet you it wasn't because it was deliberate. It was because the writers had no idea what to do with him after that, and only now they're trying to wrap it up like, oh, I was doing this for good all along, when clearly some of his actions were not to protect Clark. Especially the whole wedding thing. How does that do any good for Clark's emotional state? So I like what they were aiming for. I don't like what they executed for the episode, if you get what I mean. Hold on, what are you trying to say now? Okay, here. Yeah, so fun fact, the prior episode, Veritas, was the planned season finale due to the writer's strike, but suddenly they got 5 more episodes, so they had to rush the last 5. Oh, I know. I actually read up on the wiki that Veritas was supposed to be, um, the season finale due to the writer's strike. I get that, but yeah, I also get that they had to rush the last 5 episodes, but they didn't have to rush it now. Why did they have to rush Lionel's like arc now? They could have like rushed anything else and leave Lionel's arc for later. Unless they knew they were gonna reboot the show already and they just wanted to get rid of all the old threads at that point. So I just felt like Lionel's arc was very mishandled. He was just flip-flopping the whole series, and then they expect us to accept this little bow that they tied around his arc during this episode. So yeah, I like what they were aiming for. Don't get me wrong, but I think they dropped the ball when executing it. And yeah, you're probably right too. The retcon of Lionel knowing about the Traveler the whole series was a big misfire in my opinion. E- yeah, then it makes the earlier seasons a little less believable in a sense, because um what do you call that? Then I feel that him knowing Clark's secret should have come way faster. Knowing that he was expecting some alien baby to come from somewhere already. That said, it is still unfortunate they had to. Okay, okay. There is a good reason they had to rush Lionel's arc, but I'll let you finish season 7 before I comment. Ah, okay, 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 okay. Anyway, do we have anybody else on stream today? I guess not. Maybe they'll join us in a while. Right, looks like it's you and me today, Michael. Which is a-okay with me, as long as someone's here. As long, well, I'll still watch it. Okay. Anyway, yeah, I guess let's get right to it, should we, Michael? I am ready when you are. Okay. Let's go here. Okay. I am okay, to set some expectations. I am quite, I don't get it. Are they confused because the last stream was on a Monday? Maybe, but I did put an announcement I did put the announcement that we're doing it back on a Sunday again. Let me see if anybody even saw the announcement post. Let me see. I mean, 4 people liked it. 4 people liked the announcement post, so there should at least be 3 more people here with you. I'm game if you are. Yeah, I'm game. Duh. Let's go. Okay. I am quite excited. Because this is okay. I'm quite excited, not for the story purposes, not for the story like thing, but I'm quite excited to see how they end this era of Smallville, because I believe this is the last episode we'll see everything as it is, because next season it's a whole reboot, right? So this is gonna be quite interesting to see how they leave everything behind. So yeah, I'm excited. All right, I am ready, and let's count down, shall we? Okay, let me just put this on. Season 7 Arctic. Okay. And in 10, 9. Oh, sorry. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Goodbye, season 7. Hell yeah. Oh, and I have to say, I really liked that time travel episode that they had as well. What was that episode called? Was it Apocalypse? It was Apocalypse. The one where they went back to Krypton. That was actually a really good episode. I wonder why nobody else voted for that. Or did you vote for that, Michael? That's a really good episode. I like that one. Yeah, Apocalypse. Apocalypse was really good, I thought. That was the other one I wanted you to stream. Ah, I see, I see. Michael Bond has good taste, has good taste. I like that one. That was really good. And now the season finale of Smallville. Ah! I'm ready. Oh, it's Mr. Priest, dude. Creepy priest. Why do priests in shows always have to be creepy? Ironically, the only non-creepy priest I've ever seen in the show was in the show Lucifer. How ironic. Alejandro Santos. This guy's dead. I just know it. I just know this guy's dead. Ooh. Ooh. Damn. Weird that he's a priest, seeing as Lex claimed he was a high power attorney. Wait, was this character like in season 4 or was his actor in season 4? Man, the fact that Kara took the time to like get into this get up, wait until the plane lifts off to confront him. Oh shit! She punched out the side of the plane. God, oh that was terrible. that was that was terrible special effects. Did you see his head? His head was the size of the jet window. Neither, but he's the husband of Genevieve Teague. Remember her and Jason? Oh, I see, I see. Car, are you gonna kill this guy? Oh no. Man, these special effects are like equal parts good and equal parts shit. One last time. One last theme song before we say goodbye to Seven. Oh boy. Oh, I'm gonna miss you, Lana. I'm gonna miss you. And we're gonna be spending a lot more time with Lois and Chloe. And Jimmy, I think. I can't tell. And Kara, I think. Goodbye, Lionel. It was nice knowing you. Goodbye, season 7. The device that controls the traveler. Did you do predictions, by the way? Oh shit, I totally forgot about predictions. Oh, let's see. Shall we do a quick? Nah, fuck it. We're already into it. Whitney's alive. That's my only prediction. Lana leaves Smallville. You know what? Okay, fine. We'll do it as the episode goes along. I'll write it here. Let's see. Lana leaves Smallville. We Lex becomes Presidente. Let's see. Who else? The barn gets destroyed. That's how we move to Metropolis. The barn gets destroyed. Um, And then Whitney is alive. Yes. Lol, keep the candle lit, huh? The candle will be lit forever. Forever. Get the lit out, Smallville. Oh, here we go. Lana leaves Smallville with Whitney. No! Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. I bet Lex could say the same thing about you, Clark. Ah, here we go. Viva! Hello, hello. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for waking up. I appreciate it. You didn't have to, but welcome. We're already here. We're well, the timer's on screen. They're now in the Kent kitchen talking about stuff. Welcome, welcome. Edward Teague. Ooh. No one cares about the Teagues. God damn. Lol, it's almost 10:30 p.m. here. Oh, okay. Wait, really? Wait, it's almost 10:30 p.m. there. I thought what? I thought for sure my streams were timed so that you guys will have the streams on at like 7 p.m. or something. Did I just get it totally wrong? Oh, did I get the timing totally wrong? I thought I timed it so that you guys will get it like after dinner or something. So like 7 p.m. Damn. Okay, then quick question, like not to sidetrack from the episode or anything. Would you guys want the stream a little earlier? Would you guys like it at 9? Oh, sorry, not 9. Like would you guys like it an hour earlier, like 2 hours earlier? I'm trying to cater to you guys. Ah, okay. Good for Daddy Bond over here. Yeah, I'm always confused about what time the streams would be. One video said 7 p.m. and another said 10 p.m. And yes, I'd like it early. I'm fine with it as is, but whatever works for most people, I guess. All right, I'll try and experiment on the stream timings, and you all can let me know what you think. I'm just trying to cater to you guys, like whichever you guys want. Like I'll try my best to like do it. Cause it doesn't matter if I want the stream like in the afternoon or whatever, but none of y'all can make it. Yeah, you guys let me know, all right? Yeah. Kara Kent. Damn, she pretty, but goddamn, do I hate her color choices. The red and the blue. No, no. But goddamn, she pretty. What you doing here, Kara? You're not my dad, Clark. Oh, damn. Yeah, I don't understand. Like Clark has to understand, yeah. Clark has to understand that if yeah, it's wrong to kill, but if you don't kill these people, they will use you to kill everybody else. Like his moral high ground gets in the way more than it helps, which I guess is respectable. Like he sticks by his morals. But come on, damn. God damn. Broke the barn again. What do you guys think? Morals good? More more trouble than they're worth? Like I think it's more trouble than it's worth. Man, I can never do work in like a fucking club. Are you kidding me? Like I can barely do work in a cafe. I need to do it at home. It's not just a moral high ground. If he kills even one person, it makes killing one more person easier and so on. I guess, but like it's not like Kara doesn't have a point, which is why I couldn't date Clark lol. I don't like moral Clark. Would you date Bevol, would you date Red K Clark? I bet you would. I bet you would have a hell of a time. I like Lois's hair all of a sudden. I don't know. Like it's very tame, but the bangs are nice. I like it. No, because Red K Clark is corny. I guess no Clark at all, huh? How about any of the Clarks? Blue Ring Clark with no powers? Not that that changes his personality or anything. Silver Kryptonite Clark. Is there yeah, yeah, exactly. Is there a Clark you would date, Vivo? Just saying I would date Miss Lana Lang herself and I'ma treat her right. I'ma treat her right, god damn it. Kara. Bizarro Clark. Oh my god. Good luck with dates with that guy, people. He can't go under the sun. I would definitely date 46-year-old Tom Welling. Oh, Crisis Clark. Crisis on Infinite Earths Clark. Good choice, good choice. I'm not even into guys and I think I would too. Tom Welling just be turning people gay out here. Yo, what? Why is she revealing Lex all of a sudden? Wait, what? Is this actually Kara? Like, did I miss something? Like, what's going on? Yeah, why tell me now? Like, come on, why? Explain. Huh? Wait, what's going on? Why is Kara suddenly on Lex's side? I think I missed something here. To the Arctic. Okay. Hey, yo! Hey, yo, what's going on? I haven't watched this episode since the premiere, so I'm confused. He'll destroy it. Oh! I think you're as confused as you're supposed to be at this point. Oh, okay. I really thought I missed something. Bro, this is so stupid. Who is Lex was like, who is it? Bitch, you know who exactly it is. Is she tricking him? I think she is. She might be. She might be doing like a double agent kind of shit. Double agent. Is it double agent or is she technically like a triple agent? Is this Brainiac again? No, Brainiac dead, bruh. Is she gonna kill Lex in the fortress? But she could just kill Lex now. Oh man. Damn. Is this Mystique from X-Men? Wrong universe. The DC fanboy is gonna come after you now. Bro, this interaction with Clark and Chloe just keeps making me think like shouldn't they just end up together? They understand each other, they support each other, they're a good duo together. Like they should just end up together. Like what the fuck? Why even explore another love interest? Wasn't Chloe telling Clark to kill Lex like the previous double standards? You're not going anywhere, Jimmy. Michael, you watched those trash previous episodes. Lol. Hey, you love who you love. Yes, I agree. I agree. But it just makes sense. It just makes sense. Like, you can't kill Jimmy now, can you? Is Lex gonna kill Jimmy? This is like a lamb to the slaughter. Jimmy's so innocent. He just does. He's like a little boy. He just doesn't know what he's gotten himself into. She's not. Wait, then who the fuck is this? She's not affected by kryptonite and whatnot. Oh, but didn't Fine die? How is he alive now? Wait, but he died in Apocalypse. Oh no! Oh shit! Oh, but she's a freak. She can handle this. Okay, I guess not. She just fainted. What the hell are you? Brainiac is really hard to get rid of, huh? It's Brainiac is so stupid. Like they just make him like come back to life for no reason. Brainiac is like Michael Myers. Wait, is Michael Myers the hockey mask guy? Sorry, I'm not a big horror guy. Is he the hockey mask guy or is he like the long blades on his hand guys? Is that Michael Myers or is that like Freddy Krueger? I can't tell who is who. That's a nice looking stone. Good carvings. He's the white mask guy. Oh, okay. So he's Michael Myers. Oh, I see. I see. Long blades guy is Freddy Krueger. Ah, I see. I see. I'm not a big horror guy. I got traumatized as a kid. Wait, hockey mask is Jason? Oh. Yeah, I got traumatized as a kid watching some horror movie that I forgot what it was, and I never watched. Well, not that I never watched, but I really don't like watching horror movies. Dude, we have like 14 minutes left. Like they better wrap this up. Like they're really gonna wrap up the season now? Like, come on, we have 14 minutes. Come on. Isn't it kind of cheating that fucking Brainiac, the fucking Brainiac has like all the powers of the Kryptonian but none of the weaknesses? It's kind of cheating. Like it feels unfair. He's not affected by any of the weaknesses, yet he has all their powers. I'm wondering how Brainiac as an AI just didn't think like, you know what, I'm better than all of you. Ooh, nice one. Okay, big punch to the generator. I like that. Oh, Phantom Zone? I'll say this, Clark doesn't want to kill anyone, but who knows how many hospitals are running on that generator. True, true. He just killed and then like wards and wards of people. But you're not a man. So you see, his morals are a little like shaky now. Like he's a machine, yes, but he's kind of sentient in a way. So is Clark. I don't want to get into a moral debate here, but Clark seems to be a little flexible. So if Brainiac was an actual Kryptonian, would he be able to do this? I think he still would. I think he still would. So Clark here is a little hypocrite. Oh, the stupid Phantom Zone PowerPoint effect. I swear there's like a PowerPoint like effect that looks like that. Yeah, how about contacting her boyfriend? Like her next of kin? Wait, what? Hey, they made that special effect in the 70s be kind. Okay, okay. Oh, it's a dear, like, dear Clark. I gotta leave. Oh no. Lana only does video breaks. She tried in person once, forgot slapped. Oh, this is actually kind of sad. How she make a video that fast? Um, I don't know. Definitely not her cell phone. Oh, this is gonna be the thing. You know when Lois broke up with Oliver, he consoled her, and now it's her turn. Oh, this is actually really nice. Oh, this is actually really nice. In case you're wondering, though, Kristen was filming that Chun Li movie at this point. Oh, I see. Okay, okay. Yeah, I never saw it either. I didn't even know it was a thing. Although I think she would kick ass as Chun Li, though. She kind of looks like Chun Li. She's been helping him through Lana's coma as well. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, Jimmy's such a fucking sweetheart. Like, bro, like, shut the fuck up. You're too nice. You're too nice. Fire Nation, hello. Welcome, welcome. We have about 9 minutes to the episode left. It's fine, it's fine. Don't worry. We're still having a Talkville watch along. On again. Jimmy, shut the fuck up. You're too good of a human being. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. I like you too much. You're too good. You must have some shitty part of you. You can't just be this good. Jimmy! Oh my god, Jimmy! You little precious little fucker! I'm getting angry because he's so nice. Oh my god! Oh, what? What the fuck? Oh wait, is this because like she hacked into the government like mainframe like a couple episodes ago or something? I mean, Chloe, you had it coming. Like you shouldn't do that shit. Oh, he's going to the fortress. So how did Clark get the people out of the Phantom Zone again? Can't he just do that with Kara? I can't remember. It's been a while. I can't remember how he actually released people from the Phantom Zone. You know the Arctic is a big place. Like, oh no, he got coordinates. Sorry, I was about to make a joke. Like, you know the Arctic is so big. How the fuck did he just find this place? Oh boy, here it is. Okay. I wish I lived in the Arctic. It's so fucking hot over here. He left himself by putting his blood on a console from inside the Phantom Zone. But that was Clark, right? Can Kara do that herself? Oh no! Is he gonna be able to control Clark? What the fuck? Could it be because he's so cold-blooded? I'll see myself out. Yep, see yourself out. uh we'll have to fact check that, but I'm pretty sure you have. Dude, we have like fucking 2 minutes. They're gonna wrap up the season now? Oh, what? So what's gonna happen? Oh? Why doesn't Clark just rush him? Oh, why not? Convenience again? Wow. What the fuck just happened? What in the actual shit? Whoa, 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 whoa. Review. Review. So, um, what the fuck? I mean, I'm not surprised. Like Smallville always does this with the cliffhangers. Um, um, wow, just wow. Like, what? So so he was meant to control the Traveler, but we didn't really see him do anything. The orb didn't seem like they did anything. Lex was like, I love you like a brother. I don't think you do. Clark says, I've never done anything to hurt you. I don't think he did that either. I mean, Smallville finales are usually to be continued. Yeah, I know, but like... Damn, okay. I mean, they've always succeeded in making to be continued, Bebo. It's to be continued. I mean, I do admit Smallville's finales always succeed in making me want to watch the next season like immediately. But damn. How does this go from here to Clark moves to Metropolis and the entire series is rebooted? Darn, like what? It always gets me. Every season finale, I just don't know how it goes into the next one. There is something we knew when this episode aired that I don't think you know. Should we tell you that thing? Okay. I don't know what that thing is. Yes, please enlighten. What are we talking about here? There's something we knew when this episode aired that I don't think you know. Okay, what is that? Enlighten me, please. Ugh, man. What is it? Season 8, here we come. I'm very excited as well. But we'll have to wait a little patiently for me to get there. But yeah, I'm just excited as you are. Season 8. Michael Rosenbaum is not coming back. Yeah, it was in the press. Oh, okay. I knew Michael like left at some point. But I just didn't think it would be on this circumstance. Like, we literally have like unfinished like arcs with him and Clark now, thanks to this like finale. So I don't know how they're gonna do that now, if he wasn't coming back. So that's a bit of a doozy, ain't it? He wanted out. Well, I mean, like, Kristen wanted out as well, so... That's why I think they wanted to rush Lionel's end as well. Wait, did John Glover want... Did John Glover wanted out as well? Did he also want to get out? Because I thought he loved the job and, like, he just wanted to stay on as long as he could. Yeah, that made the finale even more frustrating. Good riddance, Lana. Hey! I agree that she should be out of the show because they have nothing left for her to do, but come on. Come on. She tried. I actually thought her arc in this season, even though she didn't have much to do, was at least better than the previous. Actually, nah, I need to sit with my thoughts a little bit. I don't know, but Lex had to kill him before leaving the show. I can't believe I missed the Lois comforting Clark after the Dear John video scene. Yeah, that was so good. That was such a good like moment, especially after like we've seen them like support each other behind the scenes. Although, do you think Lana got as the series went on, do you think Lana got a bit pissed? Because the only reason she broke up with Clark was because she loves Clark. She wants to be with Clark, but she feels like she's holding him back. Like by mere presence of Lana being in his life, right, he will not want to like chase his destiny to become Superman. But then later on he dates Lois anyway. So do you think Lana is like, you motherfucker, I made you single so that so that you could become Superman, but then you go on with this other chick that was living in your house. Yeah. Okay, I'll need to sit with this one and I'll need to like simmer and really think what I think about this season. Although, okay, I'll give you all a little like hint. I don't think it's any shocker. I like this more than season 4. I'm sorry everyone. I'm sorry. I kind of like this more than season 4. Crucify me if you want, but I think this wasn't as bad as the witch season. She's holding him back from Lois. Lol, I think it's safe to say Lois is a better influence. I guess so, there's not so much drama with her. Yeah, I don't know guys. I'm telling you, right now my gut feeling, I like this season more than the witch season. Yep. Wow, really? Damn. Yep. I'm being serious. I thought this was more entertaining for a scatterbrain that is as it was. I thought it was more entertaining than the witch season. Season 4 better than season 7. I disagree. We all can have our opinions, and my opinion is that season 7 is actually better than season 4. I guess we'll just have to debate it as the series goes on. Alright, guys. Oh, how was my predictions? I totally got all my predictions wrong, did it? Did I get all my predictions wrong? Oh, I got one right. Lana leaves Smallville. I got that one. Ha. So yes, I got 1 out of 4 this time. Unpopular opinion, season 4 better than season 3. I forget now. What was season 3 about? I forget. Anyway, okay guys, I will go grab some food real quick. If you guys want to stay, we're gonna watch the new Talkville episode if you haven't seen it yet. If you guys need to leave, it's fine. Like, I'm just gonna stream it either way because I haven't seen it yet and I want to see it. And I thought it would be a nice thing to stream. All right, you guys have a good time talking amongst yourselves. If you guys want to stay. I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, I'll just grab some food. All right, see you guys in a bit. What's up, motherfuckers? How we all doing? How we all doing? What are we talking about? I feel left out. Like, I feel like that kid in high school. Like, what are you guys talking about? Okay, let's see. Oh, are we discussing what to watch for season 8? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We'll get to it when we get to it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, B-Ball, you and I share a very small slice of Venn diagram on Smallville opinions, don't we, lol? Don't worry about it, guys. Don't worry about it. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out as we go along. Okay, without further ado, shall we start with Smallville? Smallville. Should we start with Talkville? Yeah, we'll just start. We can talk while it's going on. Okay. Oops, what the fuck? Where's my sheet? Okay, are you guys able to see this? Okay, there we go. Let me know if the audio is all okay. Okay, I have to mute the theme song first because I don't obviously own the theme song, but we'll be able to do this. Yeah, this is muted by the way because I can't play the song. We'll play once they start talking. Don't worry. We finally have sound. Finally an actual normal stream. Let's go.
Welcome back to Talkville, the ultimate
Can you guys hear this okay?
Show. Smallville rewatch show, that is. I stumbled on my announcer voice. Yeah, we do it. We do it every week. You know the deal. We watch them, we critique them. That's what we do. Tom Welling's here. Ryan Tellez.
Ryan Tellez.
Michael Rosenbaum is here. Hey. Socials. It is very important. You guys are listening, but if you want to keep the show alive, if you're liking it and you're like, if it gets canceled,
all right, I already like it. Let's go.
Let's get into season 2, episode 17. This is called Rosetta.
If not the top 3, top 5 episodes in the history of Smallville. Just so you know, a lot to talk about. Very important people a part of this episode.
I got my food ready.
Some very
this
cool
is
references
awesome,
going
bro.
back, as you'll see, especially at the beginning. And some subpar performances by some of the characters, which we'll get into.
Title Rosetta aired February 25th, 2003. Director James Marshall. Writers Al Goff, Miles Miller. Guest star Rob LaBelle as Dr. Frederick Walden and Christopher Reeve as
Oh, this is the Reeve episode. I totally forgot.
Ryan, is there a co-director credit on this?
I know who that is. It's Greg Beeman because he directed the scene with Christopher Reeve. You and Christopher Reeve, so he should get
not top 5.
Credit.
I agree. I actually agree with you, Bebo. I don't think this is top 5.
Beeman directed the 15,
it's a really good
20
episode, but I don't think it's
a
top
third
5
or a fourth of the episode. So he gets credit for that scene, which was shot really great as well. Clark searches for his true origin.
Poor James. We adore him.
He searches for his... He doesn't listen to this. And he's great. He kills it. So he knows we love him. Clark searches for his true origin and heads to New York to meet Dr. Swan, a scientist holding a message from his home planet. Lana leaves Chloe's house following yet another argument about guess who, Ryan?
Oh, I thought it was rhetorical.
It was, but I want to hear you.
Oh.
All right, real quick. I've already got something. Number 1, Ryan, who is the cinematographer? Who's the
Wait. Sorry. Top 5 of the series, right?
For this
We're
episode,
talking series,
Barry
right? If it's the
Barry
season, then
Dunleavy.
of course it's top 5.
Okay, so
but
he
like
did a great job.
the series,
Great.
no,
I don't know who the
I don't
guy
think
is
it's top
who
5.
met us in New York and how. At a certain point when we see Chris, I'll get into my story about that.
Yeah.
But I thought this story was quite visual. I think they did a great job. The camera was a little low, a little left on purpose, and gave it more length. It wasn't so straight on in the entire episode. I think Barry did a great job.
Yeah, I agree. This episode was one of the best, hands down. The episode begins with Clark dreaming of flying around the town of Smallville.
Okay, yeah, we're talking season. Oh, okay.
So
then
that goes
season,
back
of
to
course,
the
it's like
pilot.
top 5. Like, I
Sorry to
can't think
jump
of
in
any
again.
other episode
It
that was
goes back
quite
to the pilot.
impactful like
Clark
that.
flying
But series,
above his bed in the
definitely
pilot.
not.
Now he's in the cave flying. That whole thing. I remember doing that. And one of the things I'm proud of is when you see Clark's face hanging in the cave, you don't see the frustration in the face of Clark, because me being the actor, it's not comfortable at all to do that.
Yeah.
And I remember my stunt double, Chris Sarah, says, I know you're uncomfortable, but he said, keep the fight out of your face. And it's a boxing thing. Don't show that you're tired.
Yeah.
And I was like, boom. And when I watched this episode, I was like, I think I did a good job of doing that.
Yeah.
Because it looks like he's hovering. So
That's
I'm going to jump in a lot in this episode.
I like it.
There you go.
As he gets to the spot in the cave walls with the octagonal carving, a spaceship key appears in his hand. He goes to place the key in its spot, and suddenly wakes up in the middle of the road and gets spotted by an approaching driver. Guess who, Ryan? Lex Luthor. This is the second time we've seen Clark dream flying, of course, as Tom
Red is
said.
amazing. What do you
And
mean?
the first
Red was super fun.
Actually, in the episode,
It didn't have much
Metamorphosis
consequence over the
of
overall
Lana's
story,
bad.
but
So it wasn't the pilot.
Red was probably the most
Oh,
fun.
I'm sorry.
It was Metamorphosis.
So can I ask you a question?
Sure enough, you can offend me.
If Clark was there at 3:00 in the morning, laying as he was on the crucifix theme, which is the point.
You just enjoyed watching
Number
Tom
one,
and
I
Allison
remember
making
doing
out.
that, and they
Hey,
would
that
just
was-
want
that
me to
was
wake
nice.
up, and I remember being
But
like,
I just love
"You
seeing
can't
Clark
just wake
become
up.
an
I gotta,
asshole.
like-" And if you
That
notice,
was fun.
I do a little something before I wake up, and that was like me growing into the acting mode, if that makes any
Yeah.
sense. And I'm a little proud of that. Number two, if it's 3:30 in the morning, where's Lex coming back from?
Club Zero. That was the puppy. Did you hear that? That was the puppy. The next morning, Clark arrives home to his concerned parents who are worried about their son's recent behavior. Clark shares the recurring dream he has of searching for answers.
Reluctantly, by the way, again, I'm going to jump in a lot. Reluctantly, because Clark just wants to walk through it. What this does, which I think is really important, and it started in the last episode. Well, it started at the beginning, but you see a Jonathan Clark connection here. This is very difficult when a child wants to go out on their own.
Or find or seek what his truth is.
And I think John Schneider just did a wonderful thing in this episode. Even when he breaks later on and he says, I'm not ready to give that up yet. I just think it's a heartwarming.
Yeah.
It's just a great thing.
I love that. Jonathan's worried about the repercussions of Clark placing the spaceship key in the cave walls, and Clark is angry that his father is holding him back. Back at Luthor
Are we
Manor,
talking about
Lex
Ryan?
questions
Like the
Dr.
Ryan
Walden
episode?
on why
The one where he had
has
to
removed
go-
a piece of the wall from the
There's like
caves.
foster
Worried.
family or whatever. That was
You've been
sad, yeah.
trying to,
I didn't cry,
trying
but
to
then
box me
again,
out,
nothing
Dr.
makes me
Walden?
cry. I have a heart.
what?
I have a heart of
Oh,
stone.
your son. Later at Smallville High, the students are discussing an upcoming family tree project, and there's a mystery in every family. Some students are less than excited, like Chloe with her abandoned father, Lana, who just found her biological father, and Clark, who, well, you know. In the torch.
Well, since you said that, again, jumping in, since you said that previous thing that you had with the doctor, that's your father jumping in. Because it's Lionel, you know what I mean? So there is that fourth, fifth level of storytelling here, which I think makes this
It's
episode one of the
family
best.
and family dysfunction and family
Yeah.
unknown family and everything. In the torch, we see Clark getting a piercing headache from a sound
Memoria
no
didn't
other
make you
student is
cry?
able to hear.
The only
Inescapable sound.
the
leads him
only
to
episode
return home.
that got a
He
tear
heads into
out
his
of me
family
from
shed, opens
Smallville.
up the toolbox,
I didn't even cry. I
reunites
just
with
a
the
tear
space.
just went down my eyes.
So
It
what
was
I didn't like
I don't
about
know if
that-
that's what you're talking about.
What I did love is the fact that
It's the episode where Chloe tells
we have
Clark,
that
like,
scene
you know,
where
you
all of
should
us are
have
together,
like, you
not
know,
you, but the rest of us.
when
Pete
Clark
talked about
lost his
nuclear
memory
family.
in another
There's a
life,
very
like
quick
I,
exchange, which I
you
think
would have
is
trusted
very
me,
funny,
that
very
kind of stuff.
brilliant.
That
and
was that
and
made
the
me
sort of-
cry.
It's balanced, but
When
I wanna
Clark
say
was like, "You would
ballerina, but
never
the
betray me,
choreography of
would
that
you?"
scene
And
is
then
so
Chloe's like, "No,
intense,
I would never do that."
and it
That
works.
made me cry.
What I didn't like is that Clark just goes like this, like he doesn't know where it is, but then somehow he goes back to the bar and knows. I wish there would have been more of a left or a right, where he was.
I agree. I understand that. It's more like it's leading me that way, or it's leading me this way. And by the way, I will say this, and then I'll move on. This episode is really, really well written, and it's obvious. You know, look at Alan Miles when they put pen to paper, they don't take a lot of shortcuts. I mean, there'll be some flaws, there'll be some errors. They're human, but overall, you're getting a quality meal.
Do you know every time I directed an episode of Smallville, I would reach out to Al Miles and I would say, "Can you please take a pass on this?"
Yep.
And overnight, they would say yes, and they would look at the script because they're not always day to day. I would always
Sorry,
reach
I'm
out and
like
be like, "Can you
eating.
do me a favor and please?" Overnight, the
Hopefully
scripts
I
got
don't
better.
like.
I mean,
Yeah.
they're just
You can't
geniuses.
hear like the chewing
They just-
sounds.
they just
or
are.
I
something.
agree. Fulfilling his
I'm
dream,
having,
Clark
like, a
takes the
coffee
key
bun.
into the caves, ready to place it in the rightful place on the wall. Once it's placed, the key causes the cave drawings around it to start rotating and emitting
Wallace
light,
was just
which is
talking
really
about blank. Is that the one
Suddenly,
where
a
Clark
beam of
loses his
energy
memory?
I
Yeah,
think
that was
shoots
nice.
out from the wall, penetrates Clark's body. This knocks Clark out, and the next thing we see is Lex, of course, waking him up and wondering what the hell he's doing down in the caves. Being the second time this episode that Lex has found Clark passed out on the ground, he is concerned for his friend.
Do we have any idea what that beam of light really did? I didn't. I
Maybe
didn't
it was
catch
sort,
it.
sort of a calling, a sort of angelic, sort of boom, in their own Kryptonian way. Back at the Torch, Lana asks Chloe to use her computer for the genealogy assignment. Here, for the second time this season, we see
Oh my God,
Chloe
Lana
enter her
looks so
email
baby.
act. As Lana goes into a separate message,
It's
she
been a
finds
while
prom
since we've
pictures
seen
of
baby
Clark
Lana.
and Chloe. Of course, she interrupts the invasion of privacy, understandably pissed that Lana did this, and Lana tells Chloe she should share her feelings for Clark.
Chloe
explains
looks so
what she
baby.
did while he was sick, but he only responded by calling out for Lana. The next day, we see Clark and John loading up bales of hay.
Oh, John!
Discussing Martha's
I love you,
pregnancy, and we see
John!
A little vulnerability from Clark about his adopted
I
mother's
miss you,
biological
John.
child to be.
Those bales don't weigh anything. They're fake bales. Okay, let's just be honest. But he would have to lift them up as if they were weighted.
Yes.
And what happens is you lift them up like they're weighted, but when you throw them down, they don't land weighted. And I remember John that day saying, like, "Are you filming the bales when they're set down?" And he needed to know that because he was going to set them down differently. We're not, because Clark could just lift them up because they're just like,
But
cardboard
even when
boxes.
Clark put them down, you'd still see them that they're light. So
But that's
he
where I
probably
would learn-
made some weight, so he put it down so it wouldn't do that and set it in its place.
that's because he's a director as well.
Yeah, absolutely. The conversation is interrupted by Clark, who I'm surprised it wasn't Lex, who has another piercing headache, and this time it causes him to accidentally use his heat vision, this is remarkable, sending the Kent barn up in flames. They put the fire out and discover that burned into the barn is the cave symbol. As the Kents try to figure out what happened, Clark tells his parents that the symbol burned into the wall means hope. He learned this after being penetrated, that sounds weird, by the space beam in the cave. Weirder. Jonathan is mad that Clark disobeyed him by going back to the caves, and Martha is curious where the spaceship key went.
And where's the baby?
Later in the town, we get serenaded by Coldplay as we see Lana and
Oh,
Clark
Lana
talking
and
about their
Jason, fuck
adopted
that.
situations. Lex walks
that
in, tries to
season.
talk with Clark, but he is too preoccupied and hurries out. Lex then finds the family tree that Clark was filling out. He'd just leave that there. However, that bothered me a hair, just a hair. However, instead of Kent's on the tree limbs, we see more Kryptonian symbols. Lex is now suspicious that Clark understands the language of the caves. Now, this is one thing I wouldn't have allowed. This is the one thing I thought was like, this is almost the end of the movie. This is the third act of a movie.
If you had read the whole script, you wouldn't have allowed this at the beginning.
Well,
Because there's a lot of this, as we watch this, there's a lot of things that, like, in past episodes where I've been like, I didn't realize these things were adding up the way they were. I may have had more of an opinion.
Lex tells Dr. Walden the news, however, he thinks the Kansas farm boy doesn't know what he's talking about. Lex pushes back and says he must be their Rosetta Stone. Talkville is brought to you by AG1 Athletic Greens.
No, sorry,
Ryan, we talk about
Michael. We
this all
don't
the
want
time, but
your
it's something we use.
commercials.
Talkville. Clark goes to the Torch to confront Chloe about all the extra attention that their house is receiving now that she's published.
Are
the
we talking
barn
shit about
burning
Justice?
story.
Yo, Justice was
Chloe-
Why
awesome.
did she do that, by the way? That was annoying. Sorry, it was just annoying.
She has a Volkswagen bug, bugging people. Recognizing her mistake, Clark promises to let it go if she forgives Lana. The love triangle continues next on Smallville. But hey, it's got to continue. We get it. Before he leaves, Chloe shares emails from a Dr. Swan, who is urgently trying to get in touch with Clark, claiming to have hope For him, in relation to the barn symbol, Clark goes back home away from Chloe and uses Pete's help to email Dr. Swan.
Did you catch how important it was back then to open up a computer? Like, by the way, do you notice he's using Wi-Fi, which really wasn't a thing? He just opens up the computer in the barn, but it's a big deal. Like back then when we were shooting the show, even you didn't just have access; you had to But Clark just opens up a laptop on a hay bale, and he's like, "Hold on, I'm due to get online." You know, it's like,
But you liked it.
looking back.
That's
it's
so
great.
funny.
Yeah, I liked it. Dr. Walden returns to the caves, driven by his ego.
Man,
to not let
how
the
times have
Kansas boy be
changed.
right.
I
There
remember.
he
So
finds
Pete
the
definitely
station
plugged
key
the laptop
inside
in
of
the
one of
Ethernet,
walls.
right?
Walden
No, he had
carves
like a
it
little
out,
flash
takes
drive.
it to
Apparently
the
that was the
octagonal hole in
Wi-Fi.
wall,
It was like
and
dial-up, like
penetrated
it's
by
like
the
loaded
beam,
like
the
internet. I don't know. In
space
fucking
beam.
Philippines, we used to
The
plug in
space
this
beam.
flash drive
However, because he doesn't
to get
have
Wi-Fi to
Clark's
connect or
strength,
something.
it
I don't
just
know.
knocks him out against a wall and puts him into a catatonic state. I thought this was really dope. That
Although
was
when I think of
really,
vintage Chloe, I think
really
I think the
cool,
flip,
and I love
that
seeing
Apple
his eyes
computer,
all
yeah, that
white in the
ugly
next
ass,
scene.
like, was it
Lex and
blue
Clark
or
visit
was it
Walden in the
bright
hospital.
green
Lex
Apple
continues to
computer?
badger Clark about what
Jesus.
he really knows with the cave language. Their conversation is interrupted when a courier finds Clark and delivers the package. This makes Lex more suspicious.
When Clark and Lex are walking down the hospital lane, I literally
they all
remember
look so
us having
baby.
that scene.
You
One of the
do?
most important things about that scene is Lex doesn't follow anyone. He's always walking in
Dial up
front of
and
everyone he's
payphones
talking
rip.
to. This is one of the rare times
Yo,
that
I think
Clark's
I saw a
walking forward.
payphone the other day,
And I remember
like
that
around the
corner.
neighborhood. I
For
think
some
there's
reason, I
still
remember that day.
one for
And I
some
remember
reason.
I was going to turn in and then
I
turn
don't know if
back
they got
to
rid
you.
of it already,
And you
but
were like,
I
no,
remember
I'm
seeing
gonna
it
stop
like
you.
not that too long ago.
And it was just like a little actor thing, and maybe nobody cares about it. But like, you were standing up for your character, but doing something that your character has really never done before. Because Lex doesn't wait for anybody. Lex doesn't follow anybody.
But you're his friend, and he cares about you.
Yeah.
So he changed it up a little bit.
Yeah.
The package is a postcard from Dr. Virgil Swan. Clark
Virgil
takes us back to
Swan.
the torch and learns all about his technological and philanthropic achievements from Chloe, who is curious why the billionaire cares about a sophomore from Kansas. Chloe heads back home and
Kansas.
finds Lana packing up her things and expressing how she doesn't
Anybody
feel
here
like
from
moving
Kansas?
in with the Sullivans. Well,
No, I know
There you
B-Ball is
go.
from Detroit. That's what she.
It's not a smart move.
That's what she said.
Chloe
I
reassures
mean,
her by
literally, that's
showing
what
that
she said.
Lana was marked as her sister in her family tree project.
Is there anything
Aw.
funny about the guy who delivered the package to Clark in the hospital? He's just like some kid.
He reminded me of the
Yeah.
guy from Christmas Vacation. When you remember when the guy opens up, he's got one line. He goes, "I got a package from Mr. Grissom."
His hair is sticking out of his head.
Yeah,
I-
and
you-
then wait,
oh.
and then Clark. That's funny. His name's Clark Griswold. Goes and he's like, "Oh my God, this is it. This is the raise I've been
Yeah.
looking for." And as the door closes,
Yeah.
he goes, "Merry Christmas."
Yeah.
He was great. Just
What
in that moment, I
movie is
thought this
that? That
delivery
sounds
guy
funny.
He did a good job too.
No, listen, he was great, but looking back, you would have thought it'd been like a security guy
A
from like
million percent.
Dude, what is Tom
A
Welling
TCA
wearing
guy.
though? Like
But-
nice shirt,
no,
but what's
no,
with the
no,
diamond
I'm
buttons?
going to disagree. You know why?
Why?
Because Swan is smart enough to know he can't draw attention to it, and he wouldn't want you
Huh?
drawing attention. So he got some schlub to just give it like it was a package, so no one would turn their head and go, "Wait, who's Clark talking to?" Especially Lex, if Lex is around. Clark heads back home to share the Swan news with his parents, but Jonathan is very concerned, like you talked about earlier, about this mystery man reaching out to his teenage son on the internet. Clark barks back, but Jonathan barks louder, determined to protect his son. It was a powerful scene.
I
Dude,
remember my mom
I
went on a
just-
trip
I-
to
I
Kansas
just
and I told her to
love
tell me if she
what
saw Clark
Snyder
and Lana while
does.
she was there. I actually thought
Always, but in
Smallville was
this
a real
episode,
place
he
in
has such
Kansas.
Presence.
presence and such
It's like a Santa
patience.
Claus thing.
It's
Like,
a
people,
very
you know,
difficult
it's just a
situation if
show.
you put yourself in his shoes.
I forgot how good John was until I started watching this again. I forgot the kind of performances that he put and the work he put into it. Like we
Dude,
we
and look what's being asked of him.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you read a lot of times when I watch movies and stuff, I'll think about when it comes to performances, I'll think those were all just lines on a page. And this is what that actor did with it. And that's John. I mean, that's what you did. Annette, we always talk about her, John Glover, especially.
Mhm.
I was in a very interesting situation where I was just hearing it all and I just had to be there for it all. But you guys all just like elevated everything. So thank you.
Yeah. I think we had to. I think,
I want to see
if
Tom's
you
hair.
play into it, like it's sort of, it's like playing a comedy. It's like if you are in on the joke, it's not funny. But if you're playing it real and grounded, you have to just play it in a reality that will make the show work.
I totally agree, but I don't know about you. I have been on sets where it's just about getting it over with.
Mm-hmm. I've been there. I've wanted to get it over with.
You know
I've
what I
wanted
mean?
to just get through it.
So
We've all done that.
On Smallville, there was just everybody just elevated everything. That's
you weren't
that's
just
my thing.
walking through it. Everybody was there to make a good show. Martha and Jonathan.
How do you feel about the
hear Clark's
goatee?
plea
I
for
love
getting
it. He's
answers. Jonathan
Mirrorverse
volunteers to
Clark.
go with him to Dr. Swan, but Clark is adamant that he needs to go alone.
Look
for
at
some reason.
Annette.
I actually think
Yo,
there is a reason. He
everybody's
needs
sitting
to do
over
this
Tom
alone.
like,
He
dude, look at
doesn't
Annette.
want-
Oh, tool.
I just felt like this is time.
She
for
can make
you to
me
be a
her
man
tool.
And go do.
Yeah, I'll show
I thought it
myself
was a
out.
great choice.
Ah!
Clark goes to visit Dr. Swan, finds him in the back room of the planetarium.
So this might be a good point for me to kind of fill the audience in. So we filmed 95% of this episode with James in Vancouver. And then Greg Beeman and we've talked about Greg Beeman a lot. Him and I jumped on flights over the weekend and we flew out to New York City to work with Christopher Reeve to film this. And the quick story is the idea was we were going to film Chris talking to me and then he was going to be allowed to go.
Right.
Chris wouldn't leave. And I think it was 6 or 7 hours later that his nurse said to him, because she kept saying, you got to leave. It's time for us to leave. Because he has a condition.
It's dangerous for him.
And I remember her saying, if you don't leave, I'm calling the police.
It's amazing.
And
it's funny. I've heard this story 10 times and it still sounds like the first time because it's who he was. He just wanted to give it all. He wanted to put it all out there.
Well, can you imagine being him? He's Superman. He's Superman to me. He always will be.
Me too.
For him to give us that credit, his credit to be a part of our show, it's legendary. I mean, it's just when I'm watching this episode, my heart drops. So
yeah, I agree.
Anyway,
Swan talks about how 13 years
Oh
ago,
man, I didn't know that Christopher Reeve was
he
in
was able
such
to decode the message
a
and learn
dire
that
like
it
condition that he
this
couldn't
is
even like
Kal-El,
stay in one
Krypton,
spot too
our
long,
last hope.
and it's
Swan
like
then explains
it's
how he
dangerous
put
for him
pieces
in
together
to be in
and
like
figured
on
out that
set or
Clark
something.
is
That was
Kal-El.
wow. I didn't know
Clark,
that.
who has traveled states to meet Swan and spent months in the caves, obsessed with this truth, seems upset that the doctor has figured this out.
B-ball, you gotta go out
he's-
there
I
and
mean,
date
listen,
people. You gotta
it's-
open up Tinder or
me
something.
watching
Find
it,
yourself
it's
a
like,
nice
well,
middle-aged man.
Hey, Dr.
If
Swan,
Michael
where
Vaughn
have
is
you been?
taken.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm glad you just figured this out and you sent me a FedEx to come see you. I mean, it's frustrating for a child who's trying to figure out who he is.
I also think it saddens you that your parents are out there somewhere and you can't see them and you're just getting a message now at 15, 16 years old and all this time's been wasted where you could have been trying to reach them and have some kind of relationship with your biological parents. And it's kind of emotional and sad and upsetting all at the same time.
It's a very
I remember
challenging
being in
question
5th grade
when
when
a
the
child
teacher had the
says,
TV on
why
and
did
they
my
announced
parents get rid of
Christopher
me?
Reeve's passing. Oh man.
Because that's all you know as a child. You have no
Long balls,
context.
I'm done with dating.
Well, you
All
can't
right,
tell them
then,
what they
then
were
you
going
know,
through. Yeah,
you
how
could
would
do
you
it the
know that
old-fashioned way.
planet-
Go
but
to
you
a
don't know why.
bar.
He doesn't know.
I don't know
Clark
if
doesn't
that's
anything.
safe
You were
where
given
you
a
are,
why.
like to
That's the
go
biggest
out
question.
as a
Talkville
lonely
is
like
brought to you
girl.
by
But
Indeed.
yeah, I guess you could do
I
it the
see these commercials
old-fashioned
everywhere
way.
for Indeed. Something that I
Okay, skip,
help.
skip.
see an array of lit up messages from Clark's
By the way, sorry, again, with his dad's help.
Yeah.
Like
Yes,
Jonathan
I like
hands
this
it to
part.
That was beautiful. That was kind of cool.
Like
I'm pretty
doing
sure
this
Christopher
alone, but
Reeve was the
now
first
I
celebrity
want
death
you
that
with
made
me.
me cry.
And
Aw.
Jonathan hands the torch over.
Yeah.
I trust you with this. I'm here with you, son.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was great.
Lit up
here with you,
messages
son.
from Clark's biological
If
father.
that was
telling
Lionel,
Clark
he'd be
that
like,
he will be a
I'm here with
god
you, son.
among men on
Relax.
earth.
Ah.
Clark gets freaked out at the idea of him being a conqueror of worlds, and Jonathan tries to tell him that he He controls his destiny. Nobody else.
I assume if you're a girl going to a bar, you have some
That's
backup
crazy.
with you.
That's
yeah,
intense,
that's
man.
why. I don't know
I
how
honestly
safe
wish I
it
knew
is
it's
in
impossible, but
in
gosh,
where
if
you
every
guys
episode
live
could be sort
for
of
like a girl to just
like
go out to a
this,
bar
this
by
sort of-
herself to like
it's
meet
a rare
guys
that
or
keeps you
whatever.
watching.
Here
It's
it's
something
totally
you need to
safe,
keep
but
you
like
coming back.
yeah, I'm trying to be
Ryan, you haven't
sensitive
said
to your
much.
issue.
Well, you guys have been driving this one because this is an important episode, obviously, and Tom's got a lot of good insight.
I never cried for a celebrity
But
passing.
no, this is
Same,
one of those
same.
episodes like from the beginning. You can
Yeah.
tell there's.
Neither do I. Then again,
Not-
I have a
not to,
heart of
like,
stone, so
You could tell like
I
a
don't
little
go
more
to
effort is
bars.
going into this from.
I don't know
like,
where
the writing
do
stages
people
through,
meet
like, the
people nowadays? What
post
the
stages. Like,
fucking
you can sort of
everything.
tell that like this one.
Whole
this is going
Foods?
to
Is
be
that
a more
where
special
people find
episode.
love
Just, like,
nowadays?
there's something
Whole
about the
Foods?
tone and like the way.
We don't have Whole
I don't
Foods
know
here,
if it's
but
like-
I can
maybe the
imagine like
directing is coming through
what it
the
would be.
acting and the writing, and
Yeah, that makes sense.
there's a little bit more effects. A little
That's
bit more
enough,
emotion.
Ryan.
It
That's
feels
enough,
like a
Ryan.
big
No, I'm
deal.
kidding.
law
Ryan, that's
safe
enough.
in
That's
Singapore.
enough.
I mean,
No, I'm kidding.
No,
Always.
it kinda
I like
is.
that.
I'm done.
Oh,
you could leave your
all right.
phone on
Interesting
like
things
a
of note. At the
cafe
end of the episode,
table.
inserted between the
Come
faded
back,
producer
come
credits
back in
and
like
end
half an
credits,
hour, and it'll
Tom
still be
Welling
there.
and Christopher Reeve appear in a public service announcement for the
It's
Christopher
totally
and
safe
Dana
there.
Reeve Foundation.
Okay.
Beautiful.
It is
Tom and Chris
more
ad-lib and
safe
crew
than
break
America
out
for
laughing.
sure.
The musical
Like I
score
saw
for
this
Dr.
YouTube
Virgil
video where
Swan
an
is the Fortress of
American
Solitude
like
and main theme
migrated
from
to
Superman
Singapore,
from
and he
1978.
did like a
Rosetta
social
and
experiment
Legacy
where he
marked
just left
Christopher
his
Reeve's
like
final
MacBook
film appearance
open
before his death.
on like a coffee shop
Christopher
table.
Reeve's character's
He left and
name,
came back in
Dr.
an hour.
Swan,
It
is
was
a
still
reference
there.
to the
Nothing
Superman
was
artist
touched.
of the 70s and 80s,
Yeah.
Kurt Swan. The Kryptonian message included in the
And
episode.
and that
Yield,
really is
using the official
the thing. You
Kryptonian
could just
alphabet
leave
from
shit on the
DC Comics, which
table
has
and
a
no one's
1-to-1
gonna take
character
it.
transliteration for all 26 letters of the alphabet.
Just because the
This is the
laws here
first
are really
episode
like
without
really strict
an antagonist.
and really like
Interesting.
punishing for
Yeah.
crimes.
Well, the antagonist is the unknown.
yeah, the
you know, that's
antagonist
what Clark is-
yeah, not knowing.
Yeah.
Just- what?
The antagonist is the unknown, man.
The unknown, man. The
a
antagonist
MacBook
is the
equals a
unknown.
girl. That's not what
All
I
right,
meant.
we're
You
just
know what I
gonna
mean?
scroll
Like
down.
you
Let's
know,
play some bongos.
Go on.
We got a special guests coming on, so let's get through
I
these
still don't
questions.
trust you.
This is the
Okay,
hotline.
okay. Singapore has
213
extremely
Jet
strict laws.
Cute.
Exactly.
Make your messages
That's why
short.
crime is-
These are the patrons.
It's pretty
First,
like is on the
Patreon-
lower end. Just because people get
patreon.com/talkbill.
punished so
We
hard
love
for
you.
even
You
the
need to
tiniest
support the
crimes.
show. You make it happen. Raj, you're one of my favorites. He's also inside of you, patron. Keeps that show going. Here's Raj. He always has good ones.
I don't want to
Here.
visit there
Hey,
since
Raj
you're all
here.
strict. As in,
Rosetta
don't
is
do
obviously
anything
an amazing
illegal. It's not
episode,
like we're.
but during my
It's not like
rewatch,
we
I
crack
actually
down
counted
on
7
fun or
times that
anything.
Clark had to
But yeah,
lie
just
or
don't
be
don't do
deceptive
anything
to
illegal.
someone to avoid revealing a secret. And obviously, most of them are with Lex, and the ones with Lex are sometimes so ridiculous that they're laughable. So I'm curious if you guys noticed that. I mean, even if you didn't and you're taking my word for it, do you feel like putting Clark in that situation so many times within one episode is a little bit overkill?
I get it. It's like, you know, I think for the most part, I'll speak for you, is Clark and Lex and myself, tell me if you agree, is that they both, it's not that
Oh,
they're
we got coders
lying
here.
for
Nice.
mostly me. I am at times, but for reasons that can hurt someone else, it's to protect them. It's to protect themselves. It's like, I don't need to tell you the information that you want because it's my personal information. And
They're not telling the truth. They're just telling you what they feel like you need to hear. I think Clark was on the cusp of a big thing and he didn't know what to do. So he just kind of was like, everybody's just kind of leave me alone a little bit.
Yeah.
Hey Talk Bill, I'm Camille from Florida. So Clark and Lana's chemistry surpasses them all. I give them 3 roses on the Rosenbaum scale, especially for seasons 2 and 3. So my question for you guys is,
Oh, we got
what
new people
movie or
asking
TV
questions,
show
and it's
love
not the
interest
same. What's
chemistry
his
do you
name?
think
Michael
beats
Petroni
Clark
or
and Lana's
something.
chemistry?
We
Thanks,
keep getting
guys.
his questions. It's kind
Thank you. That's
yeah.
really great.
It's nice to have
I
new
will give a
people.
lot of credit to Kristen because she was incredibly patient with me, and I know she was patient with you. No, but my theory is, and some movies and television shows fail with this, the love interest has to be worth the effort. And Kristen played a character that was always worth the effort. There's a Batman movie where he had to make a choice between 2 characters, and it wasn't a big choice, if you know what I mean. And it wasn't just looks or anything, but
Is he talking
you
about the
have to
Dark
have
Knight?
that other
Did he
character
just did he
be
just shit
worthwhile
on the
for your
Dark
effort.
Knight?
Yeah,
I mean, that's
Oh,
and I
what
think
the fuck?
I think of the Notebook, that chemistry that's just like it was.
Did
really
Tom just
intense.
shit on
But
the Dark Knight? I
Could
love
you,
that
could
fucking
you imagine
movie.
if Lex and Lana had that scene
Paulus,
of
you
like,
should
I
send in a
will always
question.
tell
Yeah,
you when you're
Paulus,
wrong
lol.
in the Notebook?
Oh man,
my
I
God.
wrote you that scene.
I mean, I could try, but I
Hey
have
guys,
to
it's Brittany from
subscribe to the
Denver, and this
Patreon,
is in
doesn't it?
regards to
And I'll
season
only
2,
get my
episode
question
17,
in
Rosetta Stone. One
if I
of my
pay like the
absolute
highest
favorite
tier, right?
episodes. I don't know what you guys thought or caught this little wordplay, but I thought it was
Yeah,
so
Paul, let's
funny
show your
when
face on
Chloe
a video and
Clark
send a
about
question
Dr. Virgil
in.
Swan. She says
I
he's
have to
labeled
pay
as
for
the man of
Patreon,
tomorrow, which
bruh.
is what Clark uses in his presidential
Isn't their
campaign.
top tier
So I just didn't
patrons
know if you
like
guys
a
noticed that
little
and thought that was pretty
expensive?
cool.
Not that I
Yeah,
not that I
I
don't
thought
want
that
to
was really
support
cool.
them,
I
but
remember
damn,
that.
it's
I thought it was
expensive.
a
I don't think I
good,
can
what do you
afford
call it,
that right
callback.
now.
It was a good callback. It was cool. I liked it. Brandon,
To be
voicemail.
honest, I have no
Hi
idea
guys,
which movie he's
Brandon from
referring to.
Pittsburgh. In the final
Because,
shot,
okay, in
John
The Dark
Schneider
Knight,
comments,
like, they have to
chilling
make a
moment where
choice between
Jonathan
two people.
guarantees
No, but then
Clark that
again,
he's
not
a
love
force for good,
interest.
but both of
Okay,
their
maybe he wasn't
faces
shitting on The
reveal
Dark
how
Knight.
troubled
Okay,
they are by the ship's
maybe I
message.
got too
Was
ahead of
that a
myself here.
directorial choice or just really good acting? Gives me goosebumps every time. Thanks, guys.
It was a great. By the way, that was great when he hugs you and the look on his face before they go to black. That was like a. He's
How
like,
much
oh,
is it?
shit,
Yeah,
I don't
let's
know.
see. Yeah, Michael
Elia
Vaughn, check it out.
Kazan, who's a
Let's
very
see how
famous old
expensive
school
the highest tier
director.
is. Because I
I
assume
read
that's
a quote
how
one time where he
that's how
said it
you
always looks
that's the
better
only
on
way
a
you'll
guy's
get your
face
video
when
questions in.
when he's not knowing. And I think that's what John did there. He didn't know what was going to happen.
Yeah,
And I think that's fun to
it
watch.
was very
Hey
powerful.
guys,
I owe
this is
2
Dan from
patrons, lol. I
Illinois.
need to
Tom,
put
you
money
were really
in my
the only
account.
actor that not
What
only got
patrons
to
are you
work with
subscribed to,
Christopher Reeve,
Bebo?
but also pretty much got his
Any ones we
endorsement
know?
to carry
Any
the
ones?
legacy forward.
Any
As a
big
person,
ones?
what does that mean to you? Keep up the great work. Always hold on to Smallville, guys. Love you.
I mean, it was astounding. He said to me, "I'm glad you're the next Superman," and I said to him, "Well, I'm not. I'm playing Clark Kent."
You
And
don't
he said
need the
to me,
highest tier for
"Well, you
video
should be."
episode for a video
And
question.
I still get
That's
chills, and I got chills
weird.
at the moment. Him and I don't know. Him and I got
But
along.
the one that unlocks
even if
video
you see
submissions
that-
is 50
that thing we did
Jesus.
for the announcement.
Yeah, and that's
me
only a
sort of
chance to get your
razzing him
questions
a
in. I
little
don't
bit.
think they'll
You know,
accept
him-
everything.
We just had the same stupid sense
Geek
of
Down
humor
Nation
like
and
you and I
SR
have.
reacts. Okay,
You know
I
what
don't
mean?
know
Like,
any
he
of
was just
those.
fun. He was just great.
Hi, my name is Jennifer from Michigan, and I just got done watching season 2, episode 17, Rosetta. After watching this episode, I want to know what was the most
Yeah,
difficult
geez,
aspect
$50
about the
exactly.
characters
Like
that you
just
had
for a
act out,
chance
and then also what
to
were
get
the
your
most
video
funner or
questions
more
in. It's
easier
not like they'll
aspects
even
of your
use it.
characters when
I'm also
acting.
watching Geeked Out Nation
I
Patreon
just
only for Smallville.
try to again. I just try to keep it real, grounded. Not twirl my mustache or whatever. Just sort of play it ambiguous at times and save intensity for those moments when it warranted that. Tom?
Character wise, it was just fun to be on this journey of discovery. Otherwise it was, I left set on Friday, got on a plane. It was a red-eye flight to New York worked with Chris, landed at midnight and was on set Monday morning at 5:30. It was, it was just, I slept on the plane.
Jeez. I think Eddie here. Eddie? Hey, Clark.
Eddie.
Hey, Mike. Hey, Tom. This is Eddie from Rochester, New York. Loving the podcast. I was wondering, what was your very first interaction like with Christopher Reeve? Were you nervous about anything about what he would say? About
Oh, that's a
your
good
portrayal
question. I
of
want to know.
Clark
Okay.
Kent? Did he give you any advice? Stuff like that. Yep. Well, thanks, guys. Keep up the good work.
I was, I vividly remember, we were there, we saw the set, we blocked everything. Greg did. I mean, I was there, but this was a new crew for him. So he was telling them, the style of the show and whatnot. So we knew, and then we kind of like stepped away, and then we knew that Chris was showing up, and there was a little bit of a conversation of, hey guys, just relax. Cause Chris has the condition, as we all know, but don't feel weird when you meet him. And when I met him, the first thing he did was he made me feel comfortable because he didn't feel sorry for himself. That's how I felt. I don't know if that translates to you guys.
It does.
He didn't feel sorry for himself. So I didn't have to feel that way. And that's why we had this banter. We were joking around a lot.
That's amazing. That what you just
Yeah.
said was
Wait,
so
what
profound.
exactly
It's
was
like,
so
he
dangerous
didn't
for
feel sorry
Christopher
himself,
Reeve, like
so why
being
should
on
you feel
set?
sorry for him?
Like
That to me is more powerful.
what was he
than
allergic
anything.
to air or something? Like I know
That's
he's
amazing.
paralyzed,
Susanna,
but like what was so
last question,
dangerous about
Susanna.
it? Now that I think about
You
it.
better be good to me.
Hey, fellas, it's Savannah from Los Angeles, and my question is for 217 Rosetta for Tom. It was about 20 years since Christopher Reeve played Superman when he guest starred, which is cool. So now that it's been about 20 years since the start of Smallville, how does it feel to be in that position, and what wisdom would you now pass on to a younger actor playing Clark?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Oh, that's funny. I hadn't
That's a
thought
good
of that
question.
or done that math. I've met all the other Supermans who are alive except for Henry, which I'd love to meet him. You'd be surprised. They're all
He had to
great
be on
guys.
oxygen, right?
Like,
But yeah, like
I think you got to be.
I'm sure they have their tank.
Right?
What his tank was like running out
I
or
don't think you
something.
can act that part.
Like why was it dangerous?
Yeah, I know. I think I was not typecasted.
Yeah, these are great questions. Again, thank you, patrons, non-patrons, for calling in. Patreon.com/Talkville, support the podcast. We need you, and we appreciate you. Yeah, I guess right now is the time when we will bring on the creators.
I can't believe Tom is a Superman
Very
senior at this
exciting.
point.
Al,
He is.
Miles
He
Miller.
is.
Sometimes they say
Which is
Millar,
so
but that was
odd.
because of a
Look at him so
special
young.
effects
Like
guy named
back when
Bob
Smallville was
Millar, I
airing,
think.
he was like probably the youngest
Bill.
Superman.
Bill Millar, who I flew one time on a plane with. He's really sweet, big, giant hands, ginormous man. But anyway, I'm excited. Let's do it. Let's talk to Alan Miles, creators
Alan
of Smallville. They created
Miles.
Wednesday. They've done so many things. They don't put us in them, but they do a lot of stuff. We love them. We're kidding with you, sort of. And here they are. We were just talking about this episode. We couldn't even possibly. We have so much more to say, but
yeah,
the first thing that comes to my mind for Rosetta is, you're writing these episodes and you're breaking these episodes, but
I need
this
a
is
Tom
such a
Welling to
special,
come into
bigger
my life,
episode
or JJ
that it
Reddick.
feels like
I
a lot
see
more
your
work was
type
put
now,
into it.
people.
And
A
I don't know how you
JJ
guys
Reddick,
had
a
the
Tom
time
Welling.
to sort
You
of
like that?
was it something that you were
like
kind
that
of
white
planning for a
male
while?
with salt and
Tell me about that.
pepper, like
Also,
hair with the
Michael, that was a great
sweat back.
intro. I will also say that
I see it now. I see
rewatching
now.
it, I was so all over the place and in it that now I watch it and I see the scope of it and I'm so impressed. So how did you guys do it? How did you get him? You know what I mean? Like, how did you choreograph
A
this
lot
whole
of
thing?
questions. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
Well, we knew this season was really about Clark finding out about his adopted parents. It is a boy finding out his adopted parents, and we knew when he first heard the words Kal-El and Krypton.
I didn't say
he
you
wanted
didn't
it
like
to
black
be
men, but like
Crystal
every guy
Reeve.
you said
So
you
we
talked about
reached
so far,
out
he just happens to be white.
very early, because I believe this episode shot in like early January, February, if I recall, because it's episode 17 or something like that. So
Yeah.
we reached out very early through his agents, and I think his agent was Scott Henderson, and we said, is Chris aware of Smallville? We have a part. We'd love him to do it. Can he? What do we need to do? So this was in the
I
fall.
like Allen Iverson. He's cuter
And
now and he's 40.
Scott
What?
reached out to Chris, and then a couple weeks later, we heard back.
Okay,
He's seen the
okay.
show. He's really impressed. He
I
really
thought
likes
AI
the
looked
guy who
sick
plays
when
Clark.
looks sick.
And,
I thought he looked sick back in his playing days.
Yeah,
Yeah, that would have been weird.
But he said, and he wanted to have a conversation about it. So I got on the phone with Chris, and what's really fascinating is when you spoke to him, you had no idea of his condition, and you never had a short phone conversation with Christopher Reeve. They were at least 45 minutes long, and he was a fascinating, lovely guy who had a lot to talk about.
I mean,
was
not to be that
very
guy, but like, what does paralysis
direct,
have to do with
was
like your
very
voice?
honest about his
Like, how would you even
situation
know if he was
and how
paralyzed
that
through his
worked.
voice?
And
I don't get it.
The thing he wanted was, there's a donation to his charity, to the Christopher Reeve Foundation, and a PSA with you. And that's where this is where, like, I don't care who you are, what show you're doing. This was a hit show in season 2, and we had literally Chris Reeve, and that took 4 months of who was going to pay the money for, because it's more than just a top of show guest star. So, so that became a negotiation.
Also, the production element in terms of going to New York and shoot that whole thing was a whole, different story, and all of it was just a headache in terms of a regular TV show. But obviously something that we were all committed to doing that we knew would be so important for the series and for the legacy of Superman.
Did you find yourself, Miles? I have a feeling that one of you guys get to the point where you just were like really stern and really like, what the fuck on these conversations? Get this fucking
That's usually
thing
our
done.
first. That's our first response usually.
That's how Miles leads.
Yeah, it's alpha. It's so obvious, and so again, we felt it was so important that this episode, we knew
He
it was
couldn't
going to be
even
a cornerstone
breathe without a
episode of the show.
ventilator.
And the
Oh,
show
okay.
in
So
season
his
2 just
paralysis
exploded in
affected his
popularity,
like
so it was like,
breathing
he was
as
the
well.
moment,
Okay, I
and
thought he was
Christmas
just paralyzed like from
felt like
from
that.
like the waist down. I didn't
know,
know it affected his voice or anything.
Achievable,
Okay,
but
okay.
amazing person to get into the show. As they call it stunt casting, but he was like, the gold standard.
Right,
Get
right. Okay,
him.
okay. I get
was
it now.
just
I
like,
get it.
it was the seal of approval. It was everything.
Well, it's it's almost like the guy with the sword, knight, you're knighting the knight. There's probably a better way to say that. But the thing I remember also, like, I remember it not being like so easy to like
people
to New
get
York,
out there and
Greg and
date.
I went, but you guys weren't there. And
No,
I remember
I was there.
She's
You
finding
were
over
there?
any guy she sees on screen.
Sorry.
Thanks.
And
Any guy.
I went the next time. I went in season 3.
Oh,
Legacy.
Legacy.
Yeah.
Jamie, hello.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining
Well,
us. Did you
it
enjoy the finale?
It was a big deal.
I
for all
actually
that to
thought
have
it
to
was all
happen, and,
right. Like it
you
was,
know,
it
you
was
and-
definitely
you
a
and
step
Greg-
up from the previous
basically you have a
finales.
day
Like, it was
crew.
exciting.
You
There
know,
was
it's-
drama
and that's
and
a
stuff,
lot of
but
work. That adds 2
I
hours
don't
to the
know
day just
what,
getting
like-
everybody up to speed. 'Cause
Well,
Again, it was a little
here's
too
what I
quick.
remember, 'cause
Wrapped it up
we
too
had
quick.
we had to do it in New York, and we had him
Some
for
storylines
a
were
limited
rushed.
period of time
Yeah.
because of the condition. They said, "Here's what you have him for." We reached out to John Wells, and we shot that scene in one of
John
the-
Wells was one of the biggest producers at Warner Brothers. He ran ER. He had this show Third Watch. I mean, he was huge. He is huge.
West Wing.
Alan
yeah.
Miles wrote Spider-Man 2.
and
No
so
way,
we
did
shot
they?
it in one of
Did
the
Alan
Third Watch,
Miles?
like,
They were
storage
writers on
rooms. I mean, it was
Spider-Man
a
2?
studio. So we
I did not know
we
that.
shot it
Wait,
out
I have
there,
to
and
check
there's
that.
a couple of things I
I
remember.
have to check that. Let
First
me check
is
that
Chris
now.
showed up. Greg blocks it, and Chris goes,
Spider. How do
"Well,
I
mean,
even
this is
check
kinda
that? Do I
boring
go
'cause
to
I'm
the
just sitting
wiki?
here, like,
Spider-Man
can we do anything
2?
else?" And we're like, "Well, Chris, we
Well, do I need to
we
go
have
to
a
the
certain amount of
IMDb
time with
or
you, and we want to be
something?
respectful of that." And he goes, "I'll stay as long as you need. Just let's do the best scene."
Oh boy.
So that was A. And then the second thing I remember is Tom Welling about 3 hours in going, "Wow, these New York crews move really fast." I'm like, "Yeah."
Oh my
That's
god, it's
amazing.
not that they're
Hey,
writers,
when
they're
you-
the
when you
writers.
guys got
Alfred-
the,
Alfred,
you got the score.
Alfred
John
Goff and
Williams,
Miles Miller.
Oh, yeah.
78
Yeah.
Superman.
Whoa, I didn't
behind
know
Ryan.
that.
Yeah.
How much money was that?
Did
Do you
this come
recall
out
the price
before
of that?
Spider-Man 2 or after
This is the thing,
Spider-Man
Michael.
2?
It
Like
wasn't that
Smallville.
much money, and we were surprised to
Let
learn
me
that
see, when
because
did
it was
Spider-Man 2
scored
come
in
out?
London, so it wasn't done with American
2004.
music
Oh, so they
units.
were well
So it
into
was
Smallville at this
weirdly
point. Yeah.
very affordable. That's how we were able
But
to do that.
how impactful is that score? It is
Yeah.
like
Oh man.
But
took
if I
back
but,
the
but if I
amazing.
remember, but it wasn't like available to us all the time. Like we
That's right.
Correct.
they wouldn't let us have it all the time, right?
No,
okay,
no.
that's what I remember. Okay.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
no,
there
it was a weird,
That was
thing.
always the conflict between the feature department and the TV department
Yeah.
of Warner Brothers. Always these divisions were always at war. Always you couldn't have this, you couldn't have that.
Yeah,
And
Spider-Man 2
and
was
the TV was
2004. Yep,
always,
yep.
like,
So they were
second
well
fiddle.
into Smallville at that
Always.
point.
Even though we had
That
to
was
Yeah.
and that was like, but it's so meaningful in this episode. It's just like it gives me chills every time I hear it. It's incredible.
I mean, if you're talking about spending $200 million on a Superman movie or $1 billion on a television show, you'd think
You guys looking
you think
forward
the
to
television
season
show
8?
gets some
I'm
leeway,
looking
but
forward to it.
it doesn't.
Hell of a lot.
It doesn't work that way.
I finally want to see like a
from just
reboot,
talking to
like
you
a
guys
soft reboot.
over the years, even back to Smallville, everything was like pulling teeth.
Well, I agree with that.
I mean, it was just always an uphill battle a lot of times.
But also, how are you guys so smart to navigate all the politics when it came to Smallville? How did you guys know? Like, how did you do it?
I don't think we were that smart. I mean, it was picking the right people to support you, which side you're going to be on, and always like picking the right battles. And it was obviously to have a hit show, that's
Something
the
about-
biggest compliment. You
this
have
is
that.
Miles,
that's the,
right?
the power
like
you
something-
have is that the show's a
Something
hit.
about
and no one's
Miles's
gonna,
hair is
disrupt that.
throwing me
Who
off.
is-
It's like perfectly
I
like
was gonna
separated
say who was the
on
one
the
person,
side, but
how many
almost too
times
much.
did you have to say, Miles, let it go, or Al, let it go?
My favorite season is 9.
But
What
you
about
guys, you guys both. I sorry. Every
Nice.
time Michael asks a question, I
I'm
jump
looking
in, but
forward to all the
you
new
guys both,
seasons. Yeah.
I felt like had your own lanes as a partnership. You know,
Yes.
Miles was very specific about colors and looks and clothing and things. And Al, I don't know what you did, but it was like,
How dare
I'm just
you,
kidding.
sir?
but I think, like, I just always felt like you were both there, but in different ways.
Yeah, they complemented each other. They both
but I
had
always
their
felt
strengths and
safe.
weaknesses.
I always felt safe.
For instance, Miles
Yeah.
told me a lot of times he'd let Al he'd be there and he knows everything, but Al would sort of guide the ship and he would be there for support because he doesn't like talking to fucking people a lot of times.
Me.
Yeah.
That's right. So no, but that is definitely the partnership in terms of we definitely have our own lanes and that's it.
Clark's
We
drip
always
is
speak
unmatched
with
in
one
9.
voice. We never like
Oh, I look forward to getting rid of
contradict
that
each other,
fucking
which is I think some partnerships
red
do. It's just
jacket,
like if I say
blue
something,
shirt.
then Al
So,
will, I know he'll agree
so
with it. It's not
ugly.
like we're talking together.
I miss the
always.
days when
Yeah.
season 1 where
I mean,
he would
I think
actually
what's
wear
interesting
like
about this,
other
which again
clothes.
people don't remember, there was no Marvel Cinematic Universe. There was no
Cell
like,
phones.
No, it
No,
was
internet.
cell phones.
there was barely cell phones. So when we got Smallville, it was like nobody was really paying attention to Superman. And then obviously once the show became a hit and Marvel started its, Smallville came out in fall of 2001 and Spider-Man came out in the summer of 2002. And that was kind of the 1-2 punch of everything was sort of taking off. So when we got to this period, the thing I do remember at this time is there was a script floating around that J.J. Abrams had written that McGee was supposed to direct. And it was a reboot of Superman where Krypton didn't blow up. So the biggest art, and of course we were telling the story of, Kal-El and the planet blew up. And I remember Paul Levitz, who was actually a great supporter of the show, and would get caught in between the politics of the speech.
And he was the head of DC Comics.
He was
at
the
that
head of
time.
DC Comics, yeah. I said, Paul, I can't believe I'm arguing 75 years of your own mythology to you.
How
Like,
did you
the
feel
planet
about
blew up.
Lex's choices?
So,
You mad or
it's
expect?
just a weird.
What
you
choices
would
are we
always
talking
find
about?
yourself in these
The choice
very
that he
weird
killed his
situations,
dad,
and
or the choice that
you
he
just kind of had to
decided
take
to
them one at a time.
become like a
and we would
god?
fight some of
Would
it.
he self-declare
Peter Roth
himself
would
a
fight
god?
some of it. Getting Lois Lane was a big deal. Like, you can only have her for 4, and then you can have her for 12, and then you can have her. You know what I mean? But
was that after Erica was cast? Did he extend?
This was well, yeah. I mean, we had cast Erica, and we had it.
But they only allowed us to do 4. That was the deal.
That was the
okay,
deal.
okay.
Yeah.
And then they said, you could do it for 12. And then we never asked again. She was just in the show.
Yeah.
Right. I guess what you learn is that, I mean, even on the side as an actor, when maybe a bad analogy, but when you renegotiate, you're thinking in your mind, oh God, this is a huge show. And so they're making so much money for the studio. And I'm asking for something they're going to be like, absolutely. And then you get they say, and then they give you shit. They offer you such a low number that you're almost like, what?
Yeah.
And hearing about
We're
the
now in the
stupidity on
Rosenbaum
Superman movies
business
and
affairs
politics makes me
fight.
so
Yes.
mad. Well, I saw your post
by
about
the way,
Lionel's death. Do you still
even
feel
get
the
to a
same way now?
point
Oh yeah, I
where
definitely
they
feel the
go,
same way.
well, you could ask for more.
I like
but
where
then
they
you're
were
gonna make
going with
everyone
it.
upset.
I thought
remember hearing
that killing
I remember
Lionel
being
off
like,
that way
what?
was probably
What do you
the
mean
right
make
thing to
everybody
do
upset?
with
It's the- you
Lex's
should be
character and
grateful
his
argument.
character.
Yeah.
That's what it always
But then they rushed it.
Al, are we
They
even
rushed
allowed
his
to
arc.
talk about
It was
the
too
we always
fast.
cut this out. Jason's listening. But,
Like they should have drip
when
fed it
Peter Roth tried
normally
to fire
throughout the
me.
seasons. Obviously, they didn't because they never planned
I
it
didn't
to
know
be
about
this way.
this.
Yeah, he came
Like,
into
it was
Alan
too
Miles'
fast. His
room.
arc was too fast.
I called him and asked him to do that.
They tried to
exactly.
redeem him
No,
in like
Peter
a couple
stormed in
minutes,
there
which
during
was just too
renegotiations
little,
or
too
whatever.
late.
And then for whatever, he was so upset. And then he walked into Alan Miles' office and he said,
I hope that answers your
"You
question,
fire
Jamie.
him!
Yeah.
Fire! I want him fired." And then Al, what did you say?
Wait, but we said there's really Peter, and this was in season 3.
Is it the first time he ever walked into your office, by the way? Because usually we all
I
go
think
to see
we were
him.
called to his office, no doubt.
Yes,
Okay.
that's
I was
what
going to
we
say.
Peter
Yeah.
wasn't walking across to our office.
Yeah.
And, we, as you know, we generally stayed out of this stuff until we had to get involved. And
In the negotiation,
and
of
the negotiation stuff. Like, and then that came in, and we got a call, and it's like, this is tough. And it was the Superman had a lot of other villains, and we're like, well, if you get rid of Lex Luthor right now, the show's over. The show is Clark and Lex. That's the show. And guess what? Peter knew that, which is, I think, probably why he was so angry that they had to. And they finally, those deals that can always be very contentious, and then.
So they always start at a really insulting place. That leaves a really bad taste in your mouth. It's like, why? You know this stuff. So it's always the most frustrating.
My joke with business affairs executives is, why solve it in 3 phone calls when you can do it in 12? So that's what they like to do.
Oh, it's so true. It's just, everything is just so hard. So I guess back to this episode is it's just, you watch
John Glover's presence is missed though from this point on.
Calculated. It was
for sure. Like we love him, like
especially
and stuff. I just didn't like his character.
Clark's.
It's not his fault. It's the writers.
Yeah, but I mean, you think of those parents. I mean, guess who we're not talking about is James Marshall, who directed it.
Yeah,
and James has directed every show we've ever done, and is a superstar, rock star director. And I think you see this is. In every frame of this, you see his care and his passion and his insanity.
Agreed.
So I think
I know. Yeah, we know.
Right? Just like
love him, adore him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the emotion he gets out.
Yeah. How much more invasive, for lack of a better word, were you in the cut as opposed to most of the episodes where you let things go? Was this very specific? And like even a nuance such as when Jonathan hugs Clark at the end and that look on his face, like he has fear too. I mean, was that something in the editing room?
Is that on the page?
That was on the page.
That was on the page.
That was off the page. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have this.
Man, how do they remember like even tiny cues like that? Yeah, it was on the page. Like it was on that was how many years ago?
The spin we wanted to bring to it is, well, what if your adopted father's an asshole? You know what I mean? So even if it ultimately doesn't turn out to be the case,
I think he's probably the best actor, at least the most pedigreed on the show. Agreed. But Lionel as a character, John Schneider,
discovered that,
I
Jonathan's like,
okay,
well,
maybe I liked him more because he was well acted,
we had to
but
do.
also had a
Part
good
of
character arc.
But
Lionel as a character did fall off a bit from season 5. Yep. Tom Welling is so invested in watching Smallville now. It's fun to see. Yeah, it's great to see.
So I think it was like,
maybe season
you're
4
obviously
John
freaked
Glover
out.
is good
Clark
looking.
was obviously freaked out, but then to see that on Jonathan's face too, you're like, oh.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Tom.
Yeah.
Sorry about cutting you off.
We're all just like, the acting is great, the writing is great. People like, he looks hot.
Really feeling that connection even the episode before and throughout, but like the episode before in this one, the father-son thing,
Vivo, you're the
Jonathan and
best.
Clark,
You're the best.
just really became so evident to me. And like, John at the time was a father. I wasn't. And so me now watching it, I watch it through a different lens. I have 2 little boys now. And I'm like, oh my God, like I couldn't have been that dumb if I had 2 boys myself to play Clark. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he needed his dad, and John did it, man. He did it.
Oh my God. Both of them. I mean, and Ned as well is brilliant in that episode. I mean, so all those things with the family are like, oh my God, gut wrench.
What are your favorite episodes, guys? If you had to name 3 episodes, what would the top 3 be for you guys?
Well, I think this one, I love the episode Ryan, and I like Memoria, one I directed.
I love that.
Ooh,
so
who was the one that loved
No,
Memoria?
for me,
Someone mentioned Memoria just
Rosetta
now.
and Memoria.
Miles loves Memoria.
And then I think right on the 4th one would be the 100th episode where Jonathan dies. Was also,
oh yeah. I mean, by the way, I think Insurgents is a brilliant episode too.
Yeah,
I think that's just a masterclass in direction.
One of my favorites is Transference, just because I got to switch with Glover.
Yeah,
but that's just from my perspective. But I will say that the episode
no one said red
Jonathan dies
or crimson.
When we go to conventions, I hear more about that than any other episode. I really do. People really gravitate toward that.
Yeah.
That was weird because John was so angry at us, just like angry. Like, why? And it was like, it's like, but it's part of the Superman law. You know, it's an inevitable element of this story. But he was not happy with us.
Yeah, it was season when he passed away. Season 5.
Yeah,
season 5. I remember that I have some behind the scene footage of like the funeral and stuff. It's pretty fun.
All I ever heard from every other actor on the show was how unhappy they were coming and going, flying this, flying that, their contracts, this and that. And I'm just there all the time. So I heard it from all of them. And I was like, okay, cool. So action, everybody was unhappy to be there and unhappy to leave. I mean, it's very strange.
That's the thing about being an actor, though. It's like you get the deal, and then all you want to do is to get time off. You don't want to work Fridays.
Well, that's the joke.
It's always the same.
Joke. The joke is, I need a job. I want a job. I want a job. You got the job. What days do I have off?
Yeah.
Literally. I know. It's true. Again, this episode, it's just one for the books. It's
special.
What can you say about it?
Yeah, it really is. It hits so many notes. It's just like, it's epic, it's beautiful, it's deeply emotional, it's iconic with Christopher. It's just like it's the iconic for the legacy of Superman. Everything about it is just like, it just works.
And the effects, like in the scene where they're seeing the messages and what he's reading. It was like, this is 22 years ago.
Yeah.
And it still was good. Sometimes the effects don't hold up, obviously, because they've come so far. But
no, it was. And he talked about that because he was telling, I don't know if you remember, he was telling us when he was shooting the movie, like how many days he was just on a board, like they had to shoot him from every angle. And, we were explaining to him like how quickly we turned those episodes around. And he was really amazed.
They hyping Rosetta too
just
much.
what it had done.
What I recall is him,
I think it's just because of
beyond
Christopher Reeve,
just my conversations with him, but they were figuring out wire work day to day, like no one had really done wire work.
Right.
So he was flying past Lois Lane and hitting a wall. And they're like, okay, let's reset. Like that's what he was doing.
It's true. Yeah. I think for us, for this, getting him on
Question,
the show.
Paulus, did you no longer enjoy Lex as a character? And if so, when did that start to happen for you? Or did you still
legitimize
love him?
the show for the fan base as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, look, guys.
Man, I think I
it's already been
stopped
20 minutes. I could talk to
loving
you for an
Lex
hour,
as
but what's great
Lex
about
as
this
a
is you're gonna
character
come on
since
for
like
other episodes.
season 2 or
we
something.
love doing this. The fans love it.
I didn't hate him after that,
Miles,
but I just
I'm gonna
thought like,
start calling you
he's just
randomly in the
another
middle of the
like,
night, just saying,
even
hey,
when he
you
was
gotta
starting
do
to turn like
he's gonna-
really,
I'll
really
get the
evil,
wall, I get
and
nothing.
in
I'll
this
give
season
it
when
to
he
you.
finally
I'm gonna
kills
give you some.
people.
I'm gonna give you, as we call, the penetrable beam of light in the caves. What is it called?
Yeah, sorry, I lost my train of thought.
Oh
like
my God,
even
I
here
know.
when he starts to really turn like evil.
Oh, it
I
lit
was
him
still
up.
like,
Michael's
okay,
Sunrise.
like that's
Yeah.
interesting, I guess.
This
I think his
sneaking,
best
wonderful
moments
light,
was when he was still trying to be a good
watching
person,
caves,
trying to
I
fight
love
against his
that.
dad,
That was so cool. I
trying to
love Dr.
actually
Walden.
prove himself
watching
that
it.
he's
How great is
different.
Dr.
Now
Walden?
that was when he was
Great.
He's
interesting.
so great. And you know what's
And that
funny?
was
When
what,
I was
like
working
season
with
2,
him, I was
season
like,
3, a
this guy's
long
a
time ago.
goof. He's a goof. Like not bad. It just was like, he's just goofy. I don't know if this is gonna play. And in the editing, it's always funny. And I say this because sometimes guest stars, sometimes not him, but you feed them lines all the time. You're nervous. I understand it, but you're looking at it going, how are they gonna fucking do this? And they're doing take after take, and then you watch it, and they spend more attention, the editors, on the guest star than you. And it's the best performance. You're like, what the? How is he that good?
Well, a big part of that, Michael,
Lex was
is
my
your
fave
Lex
in
is so
season 1.
well maintained.
Exactly.
And
That
he,
was
like,
when he was the most
executed,
interesting.
that
Season
when you
1,
get a
season
doctor
2,
who comes
when
in
he
and
was
stumbles
really
a
just
little
trying
bit,
to be a good
I could see
person
where you'd be like,
and like
come on, dude, get your
struggling
shit
with
together.
that, his dad,
But
his friendship
he's
with
just
Clark, his
playing that guy,
judgment from Jonathan. Those were amazing.
You in that episode, Michael? It's this guy's annoying you through 90% of the episode, and I go, Michael's every boss.
I agree. Look, we love you guys. This is great. You're coming back, I hope. I just adore the both of you. I'm so proud of Wednesday. It's on Netflix. The numbers are astronomical. You're also doing, can we say it?
Yeah, why not say it?
The Beetlejuice. They're doing the new Beetlejuice.
I didn't know that.
It is. I am so excited about this. Tim Burton, Alan Miles, you can't handle the truth. I love you guys. We'll talk to you again. Thanks.
Right. Thanks.
Thank you. There's probably a good part of that.
Wow.
That probably was just us.
Okay, finally we're getting to my favorite
so
part of the
excited
episode,
that-
of every episode.
We stumbled and we went over
Ryan's
each other.
favorite
But, you got a lot out of it, guys. Don't bitch at us, please. We love you.
Yeah, I
Rosenbaum
love
ratings. Let's go, Ryan.
Those are my
Two and a
favorites.
half.
Ryan's favorite.
I'm gonna go 2.5.
We're gonna
Rosenbaum.
pause it so that we can
4.
try and guess.
breaking the scale.
You can't do it.
Yeah, I
You
can.
got to go 3. It's never been done. Congratulations.
By the way, this Memoria episode, which I kind of remember Miles directing. I have a good story about that, but
we'll talk about that. 0 dead, 0 saved. 17 episodes, season 2, 25 dead.
One thing that always bugged me was how Helen Bryce just fell off the face of the earth when she knows Clark's.
All right.
Does she?
Scene 1, the cold open. Scene 2.
What is the cold open?
It's just he's flying in.
Oh yeah, the floating. Yeah,
floating.
Sorry.
And he wakes up. Then he gets hit by the legs. Scene 2, Christopher Reeve, and scene 3, the end with the ship and John.
Ooh.
2.
Whoa! Wait, what did he say? Let's go back.
Scene 2.
What?
This.
17 episodes. Let's do it.
All right.
What did
Scene
he say?
1, the cold open.
The cold open. What was the cold open for this? What was it? Was it he was like flying somewhere, right? Was he flying somewhere? Okay.
Scene 2.
What is the cold open?
It's just he's flying in.
Oh yeah, the floating. Yeah,
floating.
Sorry.
Oh, he was floating. Okay.
Scene 2, Christopher Reeve.
Christopher Reeve.
And scene 3, the end with the ship and John.
With the ship and John. Okay, our guesses, everybody. Our guesses. I'm guessing 2 because it's fucking Christopher Reeve. Come on, like how could you not pick that? Clark flying in his sleep. Oh, that was a pretty good shot. Well, Lex nearly hitting him with his car. I don't think that's it. I don't think Ryan would like that. I think Ryan is old enough to have seen. Well, of course he is. Like he must have seen the first Superman. Hence, seeing Christopher Reeve on screen really made him like, whoa. So I think it's number 2. Anybody else? Anybody else before I play it? Anybody? I think it's 2. Even I'm not the biggest fan of the first Christopher Reeve. Like I've seen it like once or twice, but even I was like, oh, Christopher Reeve's on this episode. Okay. Oh, I've seen this already, so I know the answers. Okay, let's go. I'm saying number 2.
Ooh.
2.
He's gonna say Christopher Reeve. I mean, it's gotta be. I'm gonna say 2.
It's gotta be
Christopher
2.
Reeve.
It's absolutely Christopher Reeve.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, no,
You said 3?
No,
Michael Vaughn, suck it.
I said 2.
You got it wrong.
We're all right. We're all
Everybody's correct.
Okay, that's it. That's it for this episode. It was unbelievable.
Oh, I'm not
It's
guessing.
a
I was
long one.
answering
We
your
hope
question
you
about
loved
what.
it like we
Oops,
did.
sorry.
Stick around next week as we meet an unexpected visitor. He messed up. Visitor, season 2, episode 18. Visitor. Let's take the discussion online. Let us know your thoughts on the episode over on our socials.
What's everyone's thoughts on Superman Returns? I've actually never seen it all the way. I've only seen like scenes of it. Never seen it all the way.
Patron and support the show. Keep it rolling. If you want more information, like merch from the show or our hotline number, you know where that. Hey, Ryan, thank you.
Thank you, guys. That was
Tom,
insightful.
It was. Tom.
Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Michael.
Great time.
Dude.
Your patrons, as you.
All right, that's it. We don't want to watch the theme song or whatever, but yeah, that was nice. Very insightful, I gotta say. Superman Returns was trash, lol. I feel Brandon Routh was a good Superman, though it was kind of a waste. He looked the part, though. No, it's supposed to be a sequel to Christopher Reeves' movies, right? So he did look the part. He did really look the part, yeah. Problematic but underrated. Never seen it. I probably have to see it. I heard it was boring, though. I heard that it was really boring. Oh wow, guys, that was a long stream. At least from my standards anyway. Thank you guys for showing up. As I said last week, we're gonna be taking a little break from Smallville, not streaming, but Smallville for a while until I get the next video up. And I look forward to seeing you all when next week we'll do something fun next week. Not Smallville, something a little different. I hope you guys like something a little refreshing. And then hopefully once I finish the video, I'll try and get it as soon as I can. Get it done as soon as I can. Once we get it up, and then we'll move on to season 8. Yeah, we'll move on to season 8. Yeah. So I hope you guys will show up next week. Like it's all up to you anyway. But I promise we'll do something fun. I'll announce it soon. But yeah, I'll see y'all next week. I'll get to work on the next Smallville video. It's a little busy around here, but I'll do my best. All right. Have an amazing night, everyone. No Smallville, I'm sad, lol. Good night, everybody. Good night. Take care, and I'll see y'all hopefully soon. All right. Bye, everybody. Take care.